Good morning. We are back today talking about post-workout timing. So I'm Coach Hannah.
Coach Nicole.
And in our last episode, we talked about pre-workout timing. So make sure to drop into that one because it is just as important as post-workout timing. But today we're going to talk about what is post-workout timing. So a lot of times people say, oh, after I work out, I go home and then I shower and then I do this and then I eat breakfast. Okay. Or I get home a little bit later, I get the kids ready and we eat dinner. That's great. You need those meals too. Mm-hmm. But we need something specific right after we work out to be considered our post-workout. And we're going to call it a meal, but it's not always quite as big as a meal. So think of it more of a snack. Yeah. But there's a specific reason we want to do it.
Right. So when we exercise, whether it's endurance, long run, a strength training session, or multiple things like strength training and a Metcon, something like CrossFit, you've put a lot of stress on your body. You've depleted those glycogen stores. The muscles have used that glycogen as energy. You've used protein in your body to help support the muscle synthesis that you are trying to achieve by strength training and lifting weights. And so we've also done a lot of stress and work with our central nervous system and our brain during those exercises too. It is a form of exercise, is a form of stress. Your brain cannot differentiate between whether you are running from a woolly mammoth back in caveman times or you're doing Fran at the gym. So
those feel the same.
Yes, they do feel the same. So our brain senses that stress and it's sending out hormone distress signals, thinking, what's going on? Why is that woolly mammoth chasing me? But really, we're in the gym lifting weights. So our cortisol is up, our insulin is up, our blood glucose is being flooded into the bloodstream to send to all of our muscles and our brain for focus, for speed, for performance. And we need to shut that down in a short period of time because we don't want that to do damage over a long period of time because we are not in a stressful situation from our lifestyle as a cave person back in the day. We've worked out for a positive impact and that impact is short. It's not a long-term thing that we're going through. So we want to shut it down, and to do that, we do that with a quick post-workout meal or snack.
Cool. So what we need in that post-workout snack is actually very similar to what we need pre-workout. Mm-hmm. The big difference is it has just different jobs now. You know, what it had to do pre-workout was basically prep our body for the stress and give us some fuel source. Now it's basically our recovery. Mm-hmm. This is what determines if we're going to recover and how fast we're going to recover. The biggest change I see with my clients, and I'm sure you see the same, is that once we can implement a post-workout routine on the regular, their recovery is so exponentially better. But they're also the next day, they're like, oh, I'm ready to train again. Yeah, mm-hmm. And it's this beautiful progress where they're like, this is how I can keep going. There's less injuries, yep. Less fatigue, and it definitely adds up.
Yeah.
But we want basically the same thing. So we're talking 25 to 40 grams of protein. And in that, you know, we talked about this last time, but we'll kind of quick review right now again. Our favorites, you know, any type of, you know, normal protein sources. So egg whites, chicken, turkey, fish,
soy,
egg whites,
vegetarian, soy, tofu, beans, quick release protein. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, it works as well too.
Yeah.
And protein shake.
Yeah.
Sometimes if people like the early morning people, they are running to work or they're running to get their kids to school or, you know, they're going to go run errands in the morning. You want to have something quick and easy. So my recommendation usually to people is have it being like bite-sized pieces that you can have as a finger food, leftovers that don't need to be reheated like chicken, and easiest protein shake.
Yeah, for sure. And then with our carbs, we want to go with same range as well. 25 to 50 grams is a great place to start. Again, if you're someone who really burns through food fast, maybe you're a really high level athlete, maybe you're doing multiple workouts in a day or really long strenuous work sessions, they might actually be 75 carbs or 100 carbs. Just depends. But a good place to start is 25 to 50 grams and then to work up from there. My favorite carbs, rice, potatoes, oats. Any form of those, I love. I love to bring with me, whether that's, sweet potatoes that I've already made, oatmeal, rice cakes, love things like that. I personally like to eat my pre-workout, and then my post-workout, I like to supplement. So I use protein shake with a carbohydrate. And so that's a quick, easy way to get it in your system.
Yeah. For me, I like to have a small meal. So oftentimes I will have leftover protein from the night before and a rice or a sweet potato or the potatoes that I made the night before. And I also one of my favorites is the tuna packets. They're flavored. You don't have to do anything with them. They're non-perishable. Keep them in my bag. And rice cakes. Just put it on, one package on a rice cake, one package on the other rice cake. It's like an open face sandwich. Super easy. The other thing I will do often is rice cakes and a protein shake. That's easy. They can go anywhere with me. Yeah. And if I'm on the go or if I'm post gym and I'm going to be running errands, that's the easiest way to go about it.
Well, it kind of leads into the next part. We keep saying easy, easy, easy. There's a reason for that because the timing post-workout, there's a lot of research out there and it had always been kind of believed, the closer to our workout, the better. So we'd say speed is king. So if you can eat immediately after your workout, awesome. You're going to recover the best. And then from looking through research, it shows all the way up to 3 hours can be beneficial. What more and more research is showing now, especially for women in particular, is the closer to that workout time, the better. We don't handle staying in that catabolic state as well as men do.
Right.
And so the faster we can get out of that, the better off we're going to be.
Right. When we're working out, Hannah mentioned the word catabolic. When we're working out, we are in a catabolic state. We are breaking down actively those muscle fibers. And we've increased our cortisol level, which is that stress hormone. And we want to stop that right away and build that muscle. We want it, the way to build muscle is you got to break it down, but we want to stop that breakdown right away. We don't want it to continue. So absolutely, speed is king for especially women because it's so hard for women to build muscle. We want the best reaction that we can with that post-workout meal for women especially.
Yeah, so most of my ladies I'm going to recommend, well, honestly for my men too, I really try to push that 30-minute window. And so that's why we kept saying easy, 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 because really you need to have it with you unless you live really close to wherever you work out. And maybe you work out at home or maybe you go for a jog and you come back home. But if you're anywhere else at a gym, you should have it with you. Something a lot of my clients like is like overnight oats. They've already made them, stick them in the fridge at the gym and leave. Like I said, I have a shake. It's ready to go. I literally finish my workout. I grab it and I drink it.
That's what I do too. I also recommend like organic gluten-free cereal, organic gluten-free oats, granola, maybe made with an organic honey. That's a good source of carbs as well. So those are also easy things. I wouldn't recommend your store-bought, big box cereal. I would go for something that doesn't have a whole lot of added ingredients to it unless you're really in a pinch. So those things can work well too. Measure out your 1/4 cup or 1 cup serving size, put it in a Ziploc, and you're good to go with your shake.
Yeah, perfect. So keep it simple. Try a couple things. Again, everything we do is about trying it on your own body. We can give broad guidelines, but until you try it, you won't know what works best for you. So I would recommend try one thing, try it for a whole week, and then try something different the next week and see how you feel. Did you recover well? Are you more or less sore? Are you more or less motivated to go to the gym? How are you feeling physically, mentally? All those things, and really analyze how you recovered, and that's going to tell you the best balance between everything you chose,
and which course you should take for your own body.
Yeah, awesome. All right, that's the tea.